Morning. Welcome to GM Corner. This edition of GM Corner is called More Than Golf, and I am here with Ms. Kimberly Clark Warren, the GM and COO of Saucon Valley Country Club. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hey there.
Casey.
Hope you don't mind me reading off a
No,
piece of
go
paper.
for it.
Okay. Okay. I'd like to focus on Saucon Valley Country Club, not only the club itself, but your experience, maybe even prior to the club. But in general, regarding the varied amenities at Saucon Valley, I know that golf is a huge strength at Saucon.
Right.
Feel free to talk about that. But also, we're interested in learning more about the other amenities within Saucon and what your experience has been in that club.
So Saucon is a large club. We have 60 holes of golf, and what we oftentimes say is that we are golf-centric, but not golf-exclusive.
Okay.
And by that we mean we have many other amenities, like most country clubs. We have tennis, we have dining, of course, we have pools, we have pickleball, we have squash,
Paddle tennis. Yeah.
paddle tennis, which is really important in the off-season months. But overall, we have a family community too that we have to think about when we're doing our planning. So we are golf-centric, but not golf-exclusive, and that's probably the best way to describe it.
Just so that some of our audience, in case they don't know about the legend of Saucon Valley Golf, can you explain a little bit about kind of the history of the golf side of it?
Sure. So Saucon Valley was founded 103 years ago. It's been around a long time, and we were founded by Eugene Grace, who was the chairman of Bethlehem Steel at the time. And Saucon Valley was founded for his executives and his executives' families to have a place to commune and be together. And we're grateful that the club has survived that many years, and we still feel like we're a part of Bethlehem, but also Bethlehem Steel because of that.
And I know that the USGA has partnered with you all.
We have a long tradition of championship golf with USGA. We've had over 8 championships at the club. Most recently, the U.S. Senior Open last year in 2022. It's exciting.
In June. Great, thank you. All right, so Saucon Valley being in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, northern climate, understand that golf is limited relative to the season.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the off season and some of the amenities that you're able to offer.
Sure.
And the popularity of those other amenities.
In the off season, a lot of our members go south. They go to
Okay.
Florida or other places during the winter. But those that stay, we want to make sure that we have a lot for them to do. So we actually pay a lot of attention to our member programming during that time,
Yeah.
because we want it to become something that's sticky for them at the club.
Right.
So the member programming is important. We do a lot more of it at that time of the year. We also have paddle, which helps with that winter sport. We do skeet shooting, although it's off property. There's a big group that does skeet shooting. So probably the most important thing during our off season is that we really focus on that member engagement for those who are there.
Excellent. Great. Thank you. Also, Saucon Valley, give a little context about the area and the extent and the expansiveness of it. My understanding is about 850 acres for the overall Saucon within the fences, so to speak, right?
That's right. So that's bigger than Central Park, to give you a frame of reference.
Okay.
It's kind of
Which is actually only about an hour and a half away from your club?
from New York City, yeah.
Right, okay.
So we're in this wonderful part of the country, honestly, because it's beautiful rolling hills, but I can still get to New York City and have a lot of fun.
Right.
But we are that large. We're 850 acres, 38 buildings, 60 holes of golf, and it's just really spread out. So we have to be really strategic in how we function and how we do things, because it's not built for efficiency.
Right.
So we have to find ways to be efficient.
Yeah, that expansiveness, I'm sure, is a challenge relative to operations, right? Multiple campuses, multiple amenities in different areas of the 850 acres.
Right.
Do you find it a benefit that you have these different experiences throughout?
Sure.
Or a disbenefit that, you lose a little bit of the synergy because a lot of it's not just adjacent in proximity?
So you nailed it.
Okay.
Our strength is our weakness, too.
Yeah.
So one of the strengths of Saucon is how unique it is, but that's also our weakness. It's very difficult to operate efficiently with that size of a campus. So we do our best with our planning, and we're trying to incorporate ways to find efficiencies in our day-to-day operations. But it's certainly a benefit for members because it's a unique campus. They can come and play golf, stay overnight, play for 3 days. They can bring their entire family. There's something for everyone in the family to do at the club, which makes it sticky. You want your club to be sticky, but it's not necessarily efficient.
Right. Can you elaborate a little bit about your membership makeup as far as you mentioned the seasonal use? Makes total sense that in Pennsylvania, a lot of your members spend time down in the warmer climates. What is the kind of percentage makeup of Saucon Valley relative to the types of members you have?
Well, our average age is 61, but that's pretty typical. And it really hasn't changed over the years, which is a good thing, because that means that we're constantly feeding the pipeline of members. So as members age, we still have members coming through. But the club, I think, the thing I'd like to highlight the most is the club's become much more family-centric in the last probably 10 years. And we spend a lot more time focused on family planning and how we can do more things for families. But, we still have the majority of our members are in that kind of mid-age range.
Gotcha. And probably heavy on golf, but
Yeah.
as we're seeing with most of our club clients, we need to appeal to all members of the family,
Yep.
all generations of the family, so that we provided accommodations for the non-golfer, for the perhaps maybe the family aspect of it all relative to grandparents.
Right.
And anything else you'd like to share about Saucon Valley at all?
I think it's important that people think about their strategy, right?
Yeah.
And I know you all do a lot of that work and help with planning, and it's really important that when you're talking about the diversity of your club, that you think about how you can make something sticky for every person in the family. And that's one thing that we try to focus on at Saucon is to make it sticky for everybody, so that when mom is there, she's happy. When the kids are there, they're happy. That there's something for everybody to do. And that has to do with your strategic planning and how you're looking at, what are your amenities, what are you building out to make sure there's a place for everybody.
Okay, so I'm going to throw you a little curveball.
Okay.
As a very seasoned GM, having been to many fantastic clubs around the country, do you have some words of wisdom for other general managers who are making their way up through the ranks, who are probably considering different positions, different clubs, of just a career path and kind of experiencing as much as they can to equip them with as much experience that they can
Sure.
accommodate?
Number one, ask a lot of questions. You've
Yeah.
got to ask a lot of questions, and don't be afraid to talk to other people in the industry, even if you don't know them. This is the friendliest industry in the world and the best people in the world, and everyone wants to share their information. That's unique. People want to share what they know and what they understand about the business and what's helped them become successful. And if you're curious about something, ask questions, and people will always share with you. Don't limit yourself. Be open to something new and different, and you get that through those friendships, but also through asking a lot of questions.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
So
having me.
this wraps up this session of GM Corner, talking about more than golf. Ms. Kimberly Clark Warren from Saucon Valley Country Club. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.